one thing you and I have in common is that we are creatives who have been turned into broadcasters in our career. And there's so many other great creatives all throughout our communities here in the greater West Bloomfield area, and some big opportunities coming up for them right here close to home.
Yes, yes, absolutely. We're hearing word of an upcoming author fair that'll be at the West Bloomfield Township Library. And joining us, we have the pleasure of speaking with community engagement librarian Emily Tobin. How you doing? Good morning, Emily.
Good morning, Kevin. How are you?
Doing just fine. Thank you so much for joining us, taking time out of your very busy schedule. We appreciate that first and foremost. We want to talk about this author fair. Although the event does take place in May 5th, if I'm not mistaken. Let's talk about the inspiration behind it. What inspired you all to organize a author fair? An author
So we have lots of people in the surrounding community that are authors. They're published authors, and they can't necessarily get their book maybe in a bookstore, or they're not eligible for it to be in the library collection because we do have collection development policies that we follow. But we want to kind of raise them up and give them a spotlight. So it's a special day for them, and they're able to showcase their book, showcase their talent, and get in front of some new readers.
That's good to hear. I had no idea about it. Being a consumer, being someone who likes to read, an advocate for reading and things like that. I had no idea there was, different, and we would make the assumptions that there are different levels to getting your book featured in a bookstore and a library. But like you said, there are different obstacles that are out of your control. So you're going out of your way to actually do things to still help those local authors, which is very important. In a digital age, though, Emily, we're talking about people who like to call themselves self-authors just because they'll put out a blog post, web post, or just create a long status. Why is it important for people to know about the art of traditional writing for books and being an author?
So these are people that have taken the time to actually publish a book. A lot of them, a lot of the applicants that we are getting are children's authors. So they're, it's a children's book with illustrations in it, and it's important for early learners to get that literacy and to read with a parent or a grandparent and to see those illustrations. So a blog post. A lot of these authors have social media and blog posts, and some of the adult authors even have their book in ebook form, but you can't really get over holding a physical book in your hand in that tradition.
I agree, 100%. I used to work at a library when I went to Eastern Michigan, and I worked in a department where they would kind of toss old books, and I would be like, no, I want these books now. I still have a big pile of books. Some of them I read, some of them I haven't, but I'm an advocate for those physicals and those hard covers. But right now, we're going through an application or window right now for that author fair. Can you just talk about the application process and the qualifications to actually be selected?
Yep. So we ask that you be just a Michigan resident to apply. We are giving some consideration, higher consideration to people that live in West Bloomfield or our contract communities, which would be Kego, Sylvan, Orchard Lake. The application process runs through the end of March, so you need to submit your application by March 31st, as we do only have 12 spots in our meeting room for people to be considered. But it's totally free. People can come and retail their book if they are selected. So March 31st is the deadline. You can find the application form on our website, which is wblib.org, under the services tab. And you'll also see that it's been posted on our social media, so you can pick it up there. There's a QR code as well.
Good, good. Emily Tobin, Community Engagement Librarian for the West Bloomfield Township Public Library, joining us here this morning. Emily, another thing I want to inquire about is, I mean, just the overall feel or outline for the event. Is it going to be authors sitting reading their books to other people, or are they just going to sell their books? What's the full aspect of the event?
So it's a 3-hour event. So we'd like them to be able to engage with, people as they're shopping, but I'd also like to give them like a 5-minute spotlight so that they're able to kind of like with a microphone, kind of round robin and give a little pitch for their book.
Okay, okay. Very, very interesting. Are there any other events that the library will be hosting or participating in that encourages future authors or even readers for March being reading month also?
So we are coming up on the end of our winter reading right now. So we have a
Mhm.
winter reading finale actually this Saturday from 10 to 1. It actually coincides with Mario Day since Mario Day is 310. We're just having our party a little bit earlier. So it will be on 3/9. So it's Mario Day is our theme for our winter reading. So we will have open gaming from 2 to 4 for older kids, and then a
Oh.
Mario themed party from 10 to 1. So we'll have Mario games, Mario crafts, a visit from Mario characters, and a special screening of the Mario movie.
I love that. When you first said Mario, I said, is she talking about Nintendo Mario that I
Yep.
grew up on, that I love, that my son now loves? We might have to come up there and pay a visit. Okay, that sounds very exciting. One other thing before we get out of here, I see that there's also an event that you all are doing. I was very interested in this, something with virtual reality headsets. Can you just briefly speak on that, please?
Yep. So the library owns four MetaQuest 2 VR headsets. We do a program maybe quarterly for adults that just kind of lets them explore the headsets. Most of our programs are geared towards, I'd say, middle schoolers. Steve, our teen librarian, goes weekly to the middle school and takes those headsets over during lunchtime so that the kids can play with them. And then we do open gaming once a month on Saturday, where it's not just the VR headsets, but all kinds of video games, but the VR headsets are always there.
Okay, okay. I know I just want to go off topic real quick in regards to that. I saw that on the Facebook. I said, wow, this is interesting. So thank you again, Emily Tobin, for joining us, community engagement librarian for the West Bloomfield Township Public Library. One more time, tell people how they can find out more information about the upcoming author fair.
So you can head up our website at wblib.org or follow us on social media.
All right. Thank you so much again for your time, Emily. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Have a great day, Kevin.